Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Notre Dame versus Miami college basketball matchup on Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. Of course, if you like all our free picks at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. If you're looking for that concierge style service, if you make big bets and you need that one-on-one, we have that service. It's called the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays, but they're not available on the website. You have to text the number that you see on the screen and find out more about it. So if that's you, text that number. But let's get to this one. Notre Dame against Miami. Of course, these teams rivals in every sport that there is. But the thing is, Notre Dame, not a very good team this season, and Miami has not been a very good team on the court recently. The expectations for the Canes this year were finally there. They weren't through the roof. Miami, they're always somewhat muted, and when you look at things like Ken Pom, Miami's always way up the track in the bottom half of the top 100, where we find them here as well. But this was a team that went to the Final Four last year, the Elite Eight the year before that, so they're certainly no stranger to tournament-style play, and I think when you get into the tournaments, and especially the ACC tournament, well, they're not a team that anyone's going to be wanting to face, and of course, this team is loaded with talent and loaded with experience, as most of their team from last year is back, but, coming off a loss at Syracuse, just one of those heartbreakers at the buzzer in a tie game. Syracuse throws up the three, it goes in. There's just not a lot you can do about that except, win the game during the other, 39 minutes and change that you had to do that. The thing is that Notre Dame, really in a transitional period here. New head coach comes over from Penn State. Certainly, adds a lot of value there, but it's going to take a little bit because Notre Dame's not one of those schools where you can just go in and hit the transfer portal and, all is going to be wonderful and rosy. Notre Dame, the admissions department really holds back the athletic department, so not quite as easy as some of these other schools as you just hit the portal and bring in these guys from other schools. It's definitely a lot more to it than that. The Irish have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They've covered the spread in 5 of their last 6, though, including the game at Cameron at home against Duke. The game that they did not cover was against Florida State, just 1-point dogs in that one at home, and the Noles, who have been probably one of the biggest surprises this year in the ACC, took them down pretty good. For Miami, outside that loss to Syracuse, it was a home loss to Florida State, a win over Virginia Tech, and then a home loss to Louisville and Wake Forest. So Miami certainly has to get it in gear because they have some negative marks on that resume. They played well earlier in the season out of conference, beating teams like Kansas State, but the loss against Colorado earlier also not going to help the Canes on Selection Sunday. When we look at Miami's offense, it's still one of the top 10 three-point shooting teams in the nation, almost over 39%, and they're 20th ranked in overall shooting percentage at 49.1. The offense hasn't been the problem. The Notre Dame defense is very good. That is in their coach's image, and that's what we saw from Penn State last year when that team sort of made the big jump. We look at Notre Dame, their offense is really absolutely terrible. Miami's defense is good, especially guarding the perimeter. I think the Irish are going to struggle here. I know Notre Dame's more than likely going to control the boards here, but I think Miami just hits the shots, and I think they bury Notre Dame in this one. I'm going to take Miami, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.